Hey, Sharron Fitz, stop making videos because you're just making yourself look bad. Anyway, in that video that you just made, I think you came off as a racist without even knowing it. Because you came off as a racist and you came off as a close-minded person. And let me tell you why. You said that if a guy judges you by what's on your head and not what's in your head, then you can't respect him because he cannot lead you. That actually makes no sense. That's illogical, and I'm going to tell you why that's illogical. Anything you do, it comes from a thought, which means it comes from inside your head. If I walk outside with a pink wig on my head, that thought came from within. It means I'm psychologically messed up. So I cannot tell people, hey people, do not look at my pink wig, just look at what's inside my head. See, it doesn't really add up because if they look at what's inside my head, I will still be one messed up individual because I made that conscious decision to put on that pink wig. So I don't knock men who hate weave. I don't knock them because in a way, based on psychology, based on sociology, based on anthropology, in a sense, weave comes with self-hatred. I don't care what you say. Weave comes with self-hatred. If you have to put acid in your hair every 3 months you got to put acid in your hair to relax it, or you got to buy extensions or whatever. At some point in time, you got to think, well, hey, you're so brainwashed, you're so hardwired to liking straight hair, okay? Let me ask you this, Sharron. When last did you have an afro? When last did you have hair like my hair, okay? And then let me ask you this. When last did you see a black man with a perm or weave out in public? It's clear that both genders are different when it comes to brainwashing or when it comes to being hardwired to follow a certain pattern. Okay, the average man is not ashamed of their hair. And since the average black man is not ashamed of their hair, it only makes sense that they would want a woman who is not ashamed of her hair, which is why you find some men complaining about weave, complaining about relaxers, and they prefer to date outside their race. They prefer to date a natural woman like themselves. So for you to make that claim that if a man watches what's on your head and not what's in your mind, then he's weak and he can't control you, it's a bullcrap claim. It's bullshit. Okay, it doesn't mean that the guy is weak. It means that you're weak. Because if that guy could walk around with his nappy hair, he could face the world with his nappy hair, he could go to job interviews, he could move up to corporate, he could do anything with his nappy hair, while you have to fight up with acid and weave and try to make your hair straight. How does it make him weak? It makes you weak, which is why he probably doesn't want you. But anyway, that statement was dumb. I could break down that statement all day, every day. Okay? So then you move on to me speaking to Bling. It seems like it's a big problem when you see a black man speak to a white woman, or when they sweet talk her. It's a big problem because in your mind, black men are only supposed to speak to black women because in your mind, black women own black men. And that's not the case. I can speak to anyone how I want to speak to them, whether they're Hispanic, whether they're black, whether they're white, whether they're Indian, whether they're Asian, okay? And your claim is that Bling is a racist and we let her get away with being racist. First of all, you have the definition of racist all wrong. A racist person will never ever be in this corner of YouTube because they will despise Negroes. They will despise coons to the point where they won't even be here. For Bling to be here, she cannot be a racist. For Bling to talk to me, Kevin, L.A., or a lot of other blacks, she cannot be a racist. She just doesn't like you. She just doesn't like Soul Sister. That's pretty much it, but it doesn't make her a racist because she doesn't like you two individuals. So stop using that word so loosely because you're going to end up living life calling everyone a racist when truly they're just not a racist. They just hate you and only you, okay? I never ever asked Bling her reason as to why she hated you and Soul Sister. But I have a problem with you two as well. So I reckon that she has the same problem with you two as well. And the problem I have with you two is you guys put up this front like you guys are so perfect when you guys are just like us. You guys are down low just like us. You guys are in the roast. You guys are in the beef. You guys do low down dirty stuff. But when shit hits the fan, you guys don't want to be held accountable. And that's the first problem I had with you. When the Wood Grain team broke up and everyone came out and just took the heat or whatever, I had a problem with you being in the comment section saying that we tarnish your name. I don't like people who do that. As I tell everyone, I used to be in the military. In the military, we go by one team, one fight. which means when shit hits the fan, we all gotta take the blame. We all gotta suffer together. I hate cowards. I hate anyone who's gonna be part of a team, and when the team dissolves, they're gonna say, hey, you know what? I wasn't part of it. They tarnished my reputation, so I just wasn't gonna let that slide. And that was my only problem with you. I have no idea what Blink's problem is with you, but maybe you should ask her before you call her a racist. Same thing with Soul Sister. She did the same thing you did, Sharron Fitz. She blamed everything on the Wood Grain team, like she's this big saint, like she never ever did anything wrong. Meanwhile, she was in the Wood Grain team group. She was in the radio show. Soul Sister had our back while we were roasting everyone. And now that the group is done, she makes it look like we were doing that by ourselves and she wasn't part of it. Once again, I'm the type of person that would not let that slide because I hate cowards. Okay? So that was my problem with you two. It does not make me a racist. It does not mean that I hate African-American women. If I hated African-American women, I would not have made that video about Michelle Rowling. Okay? I cannot be a racist and come onto YouTube and defend an African-American woman who I do not even know. Okay? A racist person wouldn't do that. So go do your research on the word racist. Find out what a racist truly is. And maybe then you could probably use the word correctly. Okay? And as I told you, Sharron Fitz, I stopped messing with you. I don't intend to make another video of you. I have no idea why you're still making videos and just taking screenshots and then putting them into the YouTube video. I don't know the purpose of that. The thing is, you could have made that same video without even mentioning me or Blink. You could have made that same video and it would have been a big hit. But you want to throw me and Blink under the bus because I guess you and Soul Sister are addicted to beef. And I keep telling everyone, you two are not what you two seem to be. You two are different people who put up a big front. And people are starting to realize it because you guys are still making videos towards me when I'm just doing my own thing. Okay? And one last thing before I leave Sharron Fitz. Well, two things. One, any black man who dates a white woman, they're not weak. They just prefer to date a white woman. Okay? If that's the case, then, hey, I guess Louis Elijah one, he's weak. He has a white wife. John Rhines, he has a white wife. Then I guess he's weak. See, it doesn't make any sense. A guy can marry anyone he wants to marry. He's still going to be a strong guy. Just because a guy doesn't like you, just because a guy doesn't like weave, or just because a guy doesn't like women who put acid in their hair, it does not make the guy weak. Okay? It doesn't make any sense, and there's no proof of that. And secondly, before I go, the only reason why I never ever listened to you and Soul Sister is because you guys are single mothers. And there's nothing wrong with being a single mother. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're a single mother, you can't come up to YouTube talking like you have a family, like you got married and you have like a solid family. You cannot come onto YouTube speaking like that because people are going to watch you funny. It's like me being a drug dealer and I come onto YouTube preaching about how you should go to college, how you should get a job, how you should do this, how you should do that. But I sell cocaine to kids. It doesn't add up. So that's the main reason why most people wouldn't even listen to you guys. You guys are single mothers. You guys do suspicious stuff on YouTube, stuff that's really, really suspect, like being part of the Wood Grain team and backing us while we're roasting. That's really suspect for a single mother to do. But then when the Wood Grain team goes away, you guys suddenly become professional women and you want to big up Philly Trust, you want to big up Hollow Point, and you want to big up decent black men. It doesn't add up. It doesn't really, really add up. And at the end of the day, you guys are just making a fool of yourselves. And I hope one day you guys realize that. But until then, it's your boy Freddy, and I'm out.